They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Elliott running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming. The first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now Jones. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. James has got it, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off play action. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Jones now. Off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's James. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Jones throw on target to James. Now another timeout called for by the offense, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On the draw, it's Pollard. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he'll find Akins there. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Slot man moves right. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
Down the numbers. There he goes. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Giants. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Inside give to Elliott. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Play action now, Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. In motion, the tight end. Running wide side, Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Dante Hightower breaking through to take him down behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 10th carry now for Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Run of the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Marr now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw again on second down. Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. And now here is another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.